What's your name?
I'm here representing Brian Musgrove.
You're Brian Musgrove?
I'm here representing.
I have no idea what that means. So why don't you come up to the podium?
I tried to.
Nope, yeah, stand in front of the thing. So what is your name?
Brian Joseph Musgrove.
Okay, are you an attorney? What's your P number?
I'm not an attorney.
So then you can't represent Brian Musgrove. So you are a defendant, correct?
I'm an executor on that estate.
Okay, so none of that is valid or legal. So you have an attorney?
He's not doing nothing for me.
Okay, that was my question. Do you have an attorney? Yes or no?
I have, yeah, he was supposed to be representing me, but.
So you have Michael Dagger Margosian. Okay, so he's your attorney. Okay, so go have a seat. When Mr. Dagger Margosian gets here, I'll call your case, okay?
You can hear it immediately. This isn't confidence. It's confusion dressed up as authority. When someone walks into court speaking for themselves, but pretending they're someone else, that's not strategy. That's fear trying to sound smart. Courts don't run on vibes, paperwork myths, or internet theories. They run on jurisdiction, law, and consequences, and none of that cares how confident you sound.
Well, Your Honor, I am aware that Mr. Musgrove wants to present information to the court. I'm happy to be standby counsel if he wants to represent himself. Obviously, this court would have to go through the colloquy of that, but obviously it's Mr. Musgrove's legal right to at least ask the court to do that. So I'm here to observe at this point.
All right. So, Mr. Musgrove, when you were at the bench or up at the podium before, you said that you were appearing on behalf of yourself. So, Mr. Musgrove, are you asking to no longer have counsel represent you?
Well, what I'm understanding is that the courts is a private for-profit.
So, Mr. Musgrove, I know where you're going with this, and none of that is valid. None of that is law.
I'm not the all caps name. Of course.
None of that is valid. None of that is law. You are standing in my courtroom. I have jurisdiction over you. So.
I tried to file paperwork with the clerk's office ahead of time so that you would have time to review it, and they denied me.
I know what you're talking about. None of that is valid under the law of the state of Michigan or the Constitution of the United States of America.
This is the moment every fake law argument dies. The judge doesn't argue philosophy. She doesn't debate YouTube law. She says the only thing that matters. You're in my courtroom, and I have jurisdiction. That sentence alone wipes out everything he walked in believing. You can almost feel the shift. The air leaves the room.
Mr. Dagger Margosian is, like most of our public defenders, exceptional attorneys and very well versed in the law and very experienced. He gives legal advice. You may not like the legal advice, but it's usually good advice. I've never had anyone from the public defender's office not wholeheartedly try to represent their clients. So what you are talking about is not valid. And it is not going to get you out of this case. You're not going to be able to say all those things because it's not valid.
Everyone involved in this court case has a financial interest in the case.
I don't have a financial interest in your case. I get paid by the state of Michigan, whether you plead, whether it gets dismissed. I don't make any money off you. We have budgets. The court system is not a profit generating revenue. We are here to represent people so that people who are charged with crimes are protected. People who are victims of crimes are protected. And that's why we have.
But in order for there to be a crime, there has to be a victim.
Here's what people don't expect. The judge isn't angry. She's correcting a lie that traps defendants. Public defenders aren't paid by convictions. Judges don't get bonuses for prison time. That myth feels comforting because it lets someone believe the system is rigged against them instead of admitting they're unprepared for it.
You are charged with, which you are innocent as of this time, let me grab the right file, is failure. Oh, this is let me see. This is an embezzlement charge. So you are charged in count one with embezzlement 50,000 or more, but less than 100,000. that being an agent, servant, or employee of Hardwoods of Michigan Industries did convert to your own use without the consent of your employer or principal, industrial tools and equipment in the amount of $68,938.40 or money or equipment. And that's a 15-year felony. So if you are found guilty by a jury, you can go to prison for up to 15 years. You're charged in count 2 with using a computer to commit a crime. To facilitate the charge in count 1, that carries a maximum penalty of up to 10 years in prison. And the way the statute's set up, I can actually stack those possibly. So you potentially could be looking at up to 25 years in prison. So the
This is where
victim-
reality hits like a truck. Up until now, this felt like word games. But suddenly it's numbers. Years. Time you don't get back. Embezzlement isn't abstract. It's a 15-year felony. And once the judge says stackable, you can see him recalculating everything he thought he knew.
So
Yeah,
yes, they
they're
can.
going-
Yes,
They're
you
going
can be
by
charged.
everything, all
You
the
can't-
laws and statutes that you guys go by
Are
for
legal.
corporations. They're for fixed.
Still a crime. Still a crime.
But I'm not
Still
a
a
fictitious
crime.
corporation, I'm a living person.
Yep, and that's why you're
Okay.
standing in front of me. If you were dead, the case would be dismissed.
Yeah, the all caps name is that.
That means nothing. That's not valid. It's
Okay.
not legal.
right.
So, do you want to represent yourself?
This line ends the fantasy. I'm not a corporation. I'm a living person. And the judge answers with brutal simplicity. That's exactly why you're here. There's no secret loophole. No magic name trick. No escape clause hiding in capital letters. Just a person standing alone, facing serious charges.
Or do you want to have an attorney to represent you?
I need some time to think.
Okay, so I'm going to set this for another pretrial on March 20th at 8:30 in the morning. And Ms. Adams, could I get a notice of hearing from Mr. Musgrove?
When he asks for time, that's not strategy. That's survival instinct kicking in. This is what happens when ideology. Reality. Courts don't reward defiance dressed as knowledge. They reward preparation, counsel, and humility. And the saddest part? All of this was avoidable the moment he trusted real legal advice instead of fighting shadows.